Urban Meyer has been, closely linked to the Jacksonville Jaguar position, to the point where I read an article yesterday that they say he's kind of the front runner, and he's already like putting together a staff. So like he's expecting to get a job somewhere, if maybe not even with them, but he's expecting. I mean, you don't start just putting together a staff just for shits and giggles. So I mean, talk to me, Miss Ohio, how you feel about your Buckeyes. I don't know, maybe shocking the world, shocking college football people and beating Clemson. Do you think, how do you feel about Justin Fields? And what do you think is going to happen with Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I'm very nervous for the Ohio State game. I picked against them. I'm like, Clemson's the better team. They're gonna win the game. But they didn't. Ohio State came out and pulled up the upset, and I'm hoping that they do that against Alabama. Now, I know Alabama is the #1 team in the world right now. They are phenomenal on offensive side. They have Mac Jones. They have Devontae Smith, and he's most likely going to win the Heisman. They have a very stacked team. Their defense is decent. I think that Ohio State has some holes that Alabama's definitely going to be able to take advantage of. But we have one of the best receivers. I do think Justin Fields is better than Mac Jones, quarterback-wise. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. And I know that people were saying that they didn't deserve to be in it. Obviously, Dabo Swinney even literally said that they're ranked number 11. He did a power ranking for all the college teams, and they had Ohio State at 11 and Clemson at 3. It was this huge joke. After they won, who's going to call Dabo Swinney and tell him that Ohio State isn't ranked number 11? Because they literally said because they only played 6 games that Ohio State doesn't deserve to be in the college football playoffs. But clearly they proved them wrong.
Hey, the tape don't lie. And look, and let me tell you this. I haven't watched much college football. I am a football junkie. Of course, NFL is my main fix. But I adapted, the Wisconsin Badgers kind of a couple of years ago. The Maryland Terrapins are an abysmal program. It's a miracle that Darnell, don't call him Average Savage, was even able to rise out of the trash heap of the Maryland Terrapins football program. But I guess because of COVID and because I just wasn't sure about how many teams were going to be playing, and I didn't like the fact that all the teams weren't playing, the same amount of games. I just and I got so busy with this and other things. I just spent my Saturdays doing other stuff. But I do love college football as well. I do. It's kind of like my second love, I guess, or my mistress. But I love her all the same, and I love her for different reasons. But I went into this weekend. I streamed both semifinal games, and this was the first time all year that I watched any college football. Yeah. The semifinal games. So I went in very unbiased, and I went in very open and receptive to what the hype was. And I'm gonna tell you what. I don't give a damn if they played that one game against Clemson, but Ohio State, to me, to my eyeballs, they look like the best damn team in college football. 6 games or not.
Like that, they are.
6 games or not, they look like the best team in college football. And I watched the Alabama-Notre Dame game, and I don't think Notre Dame is as good as a competition for Alabama as Clemson was for Ohio State. But Notre Dame, they had a really good team as well. You know what I'm saying? They had some weapons. But I'm going to tell you what, man. And everybody's talking about this Devontae kid, and I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he's great. It's a good year for guys named Devontae, apparently, at wide receiver. But I like this Olave kid better. I mean, I don't know. I just from I watched the whole game. I watched it from start to finish. I was more impressed by Olave. To be honest, am I saying his name right? Olave?
Yes.
I mean, look, and who's to say if he had a full season, if he wouldn't have put up better numbers with him and Justin Fields than this other kid, Devontae Smith. But I'm just saying, for my eyeballs, I like Fields and Olave better than anybody else that's left. I think that combination is just deadly. And Fields, to me, He's not a finalist for the Heisman, but shit, I don't know why he wasn't. Like they need to, if this is going to be the case, they need to say in the Heisman bylaws that you have to play X amount of games then. Because if you're just going to say the best player in college football, if he wins the national championship, how are you going to sit here and tell me he's not the best player in college football? And on top of that, he got his ribs tore up. And he came back in the game. He showed mental toughness. He showed physical toughness. He showed poise. He showed just determination. You know, I'm taking Ohio State. I know you and sometimes I feel like when we're really diehard fans, we want to be not too caught up in the hype or too kind of like pie in the sky or whatever you want to say like that, and just see everything through these buckeye colored glasses. But I'm telling you what, you may be a little too close to it to see, but I think that this Ohio State team is better than Alabama. I like this Olave.
I would hope so. I think Ohio State's ceiling, which sounds weird, but like I think Ohio State's ceiling is higher than Alabama's. It's just you see Alabama play at a top level all the time.
Yeah.
There's been at least 3 games this season out of the 6 regular season games that they played that Ohio State has not hit their top ceiling. But this Clemson game was their ceiling, and I think Ohio State's ceiling is higher. It just scares me that they could possibly not pull that out, play that way.
But they have a chance now. They know what they're playing for. And not only that, like I said, I was just watching it for the first time, so everybody was kind of popping out to me, or I was just like noticing. I was taking note of who popped out. This Sermons kid.
Yeah.
He a dog. I mean, he is a dog. Now, I still think the Alabama running back may be a little more like athletic or something, but I like this Sermons kid. I like him a lot. And then on top of that, the defense for Ohio State, they are like fast and athletic, and they were getting after the quarterback and they were making plays. So, look, man, I think Ohio State, they deserve to be here. Fuck what everybody else said. And I think even though they're going to definitely be the underdog, I think that they have a legitimate shot to win this championship. And as a segue to that, I think Fields should be the Heisman Trophy winner. And if they do win the national championship and he has just an amazing game, like I think he's capable of having, now the conversation shifts, even if Urban Meyer doesn't get the Jacksonville job. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in general, without that, I feel like the conversation has to be had whether Fields deserves to be the #1 overall pick.
Jacksonville has openly come out and said that they want Urban Meyer. They're going after him.
Okay.
And he's been talking about how he wants a head coaching job and how he wants to get back into the game, because obviously 2 years after Ohio State, like, you're just kind of like, I want to get back in.
Yeah.
So my whole thing going on is, if Urban Meyer gets the Jacksonville Jaguars job, like, even though you think Trevor Lawrence has a chance or should go first, Jacksonville has the #1 overall pick, and Urban Meyer has already worked with Justin Fields, so he could go a #1 overall just to be able to have that connection back with him. And then we were talking about Chris Olave and Devontae Smith and stuff like that. Chris Olave, Jacksonville has another pick. They have number 21 overall right now. They have the Rams pick, so wherever they place, they have him. I don't think Olave will last until 21, but they have the draft capital to like trade up. I would just literally love if Urban Meyer got the head coaching job, Justin Fields went #1 overall, and Chris Olave went 21 overall to Jacksonville. That would just be a trio to die for.
Puda, you the GOAT, boy.